Today we're at Spring Mill State Park here in southern Indiana. We got a little snow last night, just enough to cover the ground. It's still kind of fun. We haven't had snow hardly at all this season, and here we are in the middle of January. So Spring Mill State Park is the site of a little town that had a settlement here, and there's a mill, and there's a little historic town that we'll see when we walk in here, and there are these little creeks that go through the area. And this is a place that the kids around here, you come here on field trips when you're little. So I grew up coming here. And my family likes to come here. We like to go through walks in the village. There is also a lot of CCC work here. If you see that, there is a building, a shelter house back there. It has these nice stone walls. And inside of there is a massive fireplace built by the CCC, all out of our local limestone. We have a lot of limestone around here. So our buildings tend to be made out of that. Jeremiah ran up ahead of me to see if they had a bathroom open, and I think it must have been open because I don't see him around, and that's it. So it's nice they're left open in the winter. A lot of parks close their bathrooms down. This building here, when I was little, when we would come to school on the field trips, this would be open, and they'd sell trinkets to all the little kids that came with a couple of dollars to buy something. Let's take a look at this little creek. I'm always drawn to water. In the summertime, little water snakes will be back here, and they'll kind of float in the stream. You'll see their heads bobbing around. Hey, I see a little bird. What's that little bird over there? It's real tiny. I can't tell what it is from here, but it's so tiny. Huh. Yeah, a lot of the time when you're here in the summer and you see the snakes, people don't know their snakes very well, and I'm certainly one of those. But you do have people, they see the snake, for some reason they see the snake and they go, water moccasin. Or, well, we don't have those around here. We have two venomous snakes in this part of Indiana. We have rattlesnakes and we have copperheads. Another thing, they mistake when they see the snake in the water, they think it's a copperhead, but to my knowledge, copperheads don't really like to hang out in the water, and these are water snakes that people see. I'm not sure what kind, but I've met people down here before that sometimes there'll be someone here explaining to people that it's not a venomous snake, and to be nice to it because it's not going to hurt them. But I think it's fun when you get to see one down here. And then another thing I see a lot here is great blue herons. You'll see them hanging out in the stream here. And this here is a water fountain. I think these were also built by the CCC. That's the Civilian Conservation Corps, created in the 1930s. By FDR, if you're not familiar. There's Jeremiah. The bathroom must have been open, huh?
Yeah, I lost you. I went back to the car.
Oh no!
Where were you? I looked everywhere.
I was right here.
That's so weird.
I want to show you. Here's another lovely building made by the CCC, and we're cold today, so we ducked in here for a minute. I want to show you what it's like in here because it's really cozy. There's a fireplace, a giant fireplace, and there is wood. We could make a fire. And it's warm in here. Didn't you think it was pretty warm in here?
Yeah, once you get out of the wind, it's a lot better.
Look at that fireplace. It's beautiful. All limestone. Now we're coming up on the village. Take a look at some of these nice buildings here.
Colder than yesterday.
You think it's colder than yesterday, do
It's
you?
definitely colder than yesterday.
Maybe it's the biting wind. To be fair, I think yesterday it was like 33, 34, 35. And today it's 28.
It's indoor fire weather.
Oh. Whew. Now, most of these buildings are closed today, but on the weekends, and then probably in the summer during the week, these are all open and you can go inside.
We love Spring Mill. We always feel like we've gone back in time.
Yeah. And it's always kind of quiet and peaceful here. It's just a nice spot for a stroll. I like to walk through look at the historic garden they have too. There's another drinking fountain. Look at this great stone fence. I love this.
There was no skateboarding back then.
Oh. There's where the water comes in. If you see the thing up on the beams, it's where they stream the water in that then comes down and turns the big mill, the water mill there. So here we are at the top of where the water that feeds the mill comes out. It comes out of the that cave right there. Hammer cave. Isn't that cool?
Oh, you built the dam, a small one, I bet. I always think, wouldn't it be nice here to live here with my family, and one part of the family could be there,
Maybe my sister could be there. Look at these cool archways. I bet those were hard to build. This is where the historic garden is. Which way do you want to walk out?
That way. Which way do you want?
What's your end game? You gonna walk through the grass or?
Oh. What's your idea?
I'm ready to go. I can go back towards the sidewalk.
All right, let's go this way. We'll walk this way.
Somebody made snow angels. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Jeremiah, what are your favorite things about Spring Mill?
Oh, I like the stream that goes through it.
Yeah, I do too.
I like all the buildings around. I like the old style architecture from early 19th century. They got an apothecary.
Oh, now I can't see it. Apothecary.
Apothecary.
I think that person sells plants and stuff when they're open. I just saw this nice sign for the CCC. Created in 1933, the CCC was an effort by President Franklin Roosevelt to combine the national need for employment with the preservation of natural and historic resources. From May 1933 until 1942, CCC boys restored village cabins, built roads, shelter houses, and created the lake. They've really built so many beautiful things in all of our state parks. Really, every time you see something lovely made out of stone and, you know, of course wood, it was usually a CCC project. Every state I've gone to has these beautiful things they left behind. Someone today before us, they were wearing yak tracks. The little coils that you can put on the bottom of your shoes so you don't slide. We needed some of those this weekend. We were at Turkey Run yesterday, and we slipped. It was icy. I might order us some soon. In the summer, this whole area is full of families picnicking. I think this trail here is one of the paths for going to one of the caves. There's 2 or 3 caves here in this park. Some of them you can go in. I think one has a boat ride, a little boat ride you can take. I've never done that. Probably should someday.
go this way in winter.
So we're on the trail that goes away from the village. I haven't gone this way very often, if ever. I think it's one of the paths that take you to one of the caves.
We did a moonlight walk there once.
I thought this might be where we did that moonlight walk. The parks around here, we're doing moonlight walks. I think they did it on nights of full moon. This one we went on, I think there was a learning curve with people. Like parks and stuff would post activities on Facebook, and they would get way more people than they expected. That's a cool rock. So we came out on this moonlight walk. There must have been 300 people on that walk. A lot of places now have learned their lesson, and you have to sign up, and there are only a certain amount of spots. This is beautiful. So we finished our hike. We did about 2 miles. We would have done some more, except it's cold and we're gonna get home here soon, but Jeremiah is making us a little snack now. We're going to have ramen.
Hot ramen.
Hot ramen. I think we're making 2 kinds of ramen today. And then we have some cold drinks in the car, so we'll probably have a soda, a Diet Coke or something. Jeremiah and I thought we'd tell you our top 5 things to do in Spring Mill State Park. What did we decide for number 5, Jeremiah?
Go to a cave?
Oh yeah, take a walk to one of the caves. Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 4, what did we say for number 4? Oh, take our hike that we just took that follows the stream. This right here, there's a trail that goes like this.
And the great thing about that trail is if you want more exercise, you can go to the top of a hill to
Yeah.
an old cemetery.
It takes you to one of the caves, and then when you get to the cave, you go up several flights of stairs and you pop out at a historic cemetery, and it's a really nice hike.
Pay attention to how far I was actually going that I shouldn't have been. Oh, we need a timer.
You can just stop it when it looks right.
We need a fork. $4:02.
What was our number 3?
Go to the inn.
Oh yeah, go to the Spring Mill State Park Inn, and even if you're not staying there, stop before your hike or after your hike, sit by the fire. It's really cozy and it's a beautiful old building.
They got free coffee.
Sometimes you can find some free coffee. And our number 2 thing to do at Spring Mill State Park.
Picnic.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah says have a picnic.
It's got great fields next to this stream.
Oh yeah, next to the village.
If you have kids, they like playing in the stream. If you don't, it's just a nice vibe.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit. During COVID time, we've been way down there. It's kind of in the same area, but way down there are big open fields, and we've been taking blankets and picnics. And when I was still working on my master's degree, I would take my homework, and we'd all sit down there together. That was really nice. I liked that. Oh yeah, I had a different number 2. My number 2 was walk along the stream and look for wildlife, like birds. And I often see great blue herons. I see snakes.
Seems like
there's all sorts of stuff.
And not just a heron that's far away in the distance. The heron's used to people. It sits in the stream. People walk right up to it.
And our number 1 thing to do at Spring Mill State Park.
Visit the village.
Visit the village.
You have to visit the village. You're doing this one wrong if you're not visiting the village.
Even if you on the weekends, they'll have buildings open. You can walk in. Sometimes there are interpreters to talk to. But even if the whole place is closed down, walk through the village and look at the buildings, look at the gardens, look at all of it.
It's
look
a
at the mill.
piece of history. They
yes.
got an old turn of the 19th century mill with surrounding buildings that they've refurbished, and you just don't get to see it very often.
So is our ramen done?
Yeah.
All right, let's eat. Jeremiah has the other kind of ramen.
Old school.
Yeah. I like that there are other people coming, like, they're not turned off by the cold, and they think to themselves, you know what sounds nice? A trip to old Spring Mill.